Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and the latest updates for WWE 2K24, where today we have even more teasers that this year's 2K showcase will be themed around WrestleMania. We have more teasers for new match types, and we also have some very interesting name drops that could hint at some new and returning legends. Before we get into that though, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the latest news on WWE 2K24, then please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future updates. So let's jump into this, where we're starting off with another teaser from the WWE Games accounts. As posting on X, 2K shared a photo of a knight's sword, chainmail and a metal gauntlet, with the caption for the post including a crossed swords emoji, the reveal date and the 2K24 hashtag. Most telling though was the profile tag, as the post also tagged Drew McIntyre, as the sword appears to be a tease for Drew's inclusion, with the sword representing his family sword, Angela. While the reference to Drew is straightforward, as we've seen with a lot of these teasers, the photo also appears to have a second meaning that hints at a returning match type, as the inclusion of the metal gauntlet appears to be a tease for the return of the Gauntlet match. The Gauntlet match, which was last seen as an unlockable match type in WWE 2K14, was essentially a handicap match that seen players take on a series of opponents one after the other, with the next opponent making a run-in as soon as the first opponent was defeated. In 2K14, the match type was linked to the popular Defeat the Streak mode, as alongside the regular mode that seen players have to defeat The Undertaker, there was also a second option called Defend the Streak, where players would play as The Undertaker in a never-ending gauntlet match to see how many players they could defeat. If you were successful enough to defeat 21 opponents, then this would unlock the gauntlet match in Exhibition, where you could then play as other superstars. Should it return in 2K24, then the Gauntlet match, or the Slobber Knocker match as it was known previously, would be a hugely popular addition, and one that 2K could utilise in a similar manner to 2K14, as like I mentioned in a previous video regarding Defeat the Streak, now seems like the perfect time to bring the mode back and theme it around Roman Reigns, as you could have players playing as Roman and defending his title in a never-ending gauntlet match where the results are then uploaded to an online leaderboard and shared with the world. Going back to the photo, I know there's a lot of people that'll say this is just a teaser for Drew, but given the majority of photos have all included references to missing match types, then there does seem to be something to this, as it's too much of a coincidence to have so many references to these specific match types. Plus, going back to the feedback data that we got following 2K20, then we do know that returning match types was one of the most requested features, so it makes sense that this is something that they've been working on. Moving on to the next teaser, we have another major hint that this year's 2K showcase will be WrestleMania themed, as following up the Gauntlet teaser, the WWE Games account shared a photo of a silver ladder featuring a sticker of WWE 2K24. Alongside the photo, the post included the ladder emoji, the reveal date and the 2K24 hashtag, with this one also seeing a tag for Shawn Michaels. Given the photo and the tag for Michaels, then this looks to be a clear reference to his match with Ramon for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 10, suggesting that this match will be part of the 2K showcase. If it is included, it's not the first time that we'll have seen it featured in the series, as this match was actually part of the original 30 Years of WrestleMania mode in 2K14, so it could be that we see some matches from that original showcase return, which does make sense, as if you're celebrating the full 40 years, then you're going to want to include the biggest moments, and given the switch to live action footage, then it does give them a way of featuring the same matches, but presenting them in a different way to how they were featured originally, with live action footage in place of cutscenes. Along with the addition of new retro models for Shawn Michaels and Ramon featuring their WrestleMania 10 attires, the inclusion of this match should also confirm that we'll see a new version of Kevin Nash as Diesel, as Michaels had employed Diesel to work as his bodyguard, so he was ringside for the match and he went on to get involved in a tag razor before then being ejected.
He's thrown out of the garden! Diesel's going to be thrown out of WrestleMania 10! This is definitely going to even things out!
One of the cool things in this match was a moment where Michaels pulls back the padding on the floor at ringside and he exposes the concrete, as this was done via cutscene in 2K14, but I always thought it would make for a cool feature if 2K were to include this as an ability so that players could then pull up the mat during matches and perform moves on it to do more damage. Alongside the new teaser images, we also got another cover star prediction video, with this one featuring stars from NXT.
Who do I think
will be on the cover of
WWE
2K24?
A lot of superstars had great years this year.
A lot of people are saying Charlotte, Rhea Ripley.
Could be somebody like Dom. Could be somebody like Rhea.
I mean, who the hell else would it be if it wasn't me?
The obvious answer is me.
I have the best spear in the business. I'm the future of WWE. I'm a future WrestleMania main eventer.
It's still the generation of Jade. A lot of people are saying Tensai, Fit Finley, the Gobbledygooker, the Boogeyman.
But I think there's one man that deserves that title, and that is the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes.
But if I had to pick anybody else, it would be Seth Rollins, because I know a thing or two about turning on your friends when you know you're the star. I think it's gonna be Cody Rhodes.
I'm gonna be on the cover of it for the next 15, 20 years, for being honest.
Like we've seen in the previous prediction videos, the names that pop up the most seem to be Rhea Ripley and Cody Rhodes, which leans into all the rumours, though Seth Rollins has also received quite a lot of votes, while there's been very little mention of Roman Reigns, which could in itself be telling. One interesting thing to come out of the video were the predictions from Gigi Dolan, as while they could have just been named in jest, Gigi brought up Tensai, Fit Finley, the Gobbledygooker and the Boogeyman, of which only the latter is currently part of the series, and given that WWE and 2K generally tend to remove mentions of stars that aren't with the company or under contract, and there could be something to those names being mentioned, as Fit Finley was one of several stars recently signed to a WWE Legends deal and then added to WWE Supercard, while the Gobbledygooker's costume has been included in the creation suite for years. Meanwhile, Tensai is someone that we've not seen under that gimmick since he was featured in WWE 2K14, though he did appear as Albert in 2K18 and also under his real name of Matt Bloom in My Career. Not only were those names mentioned, but going back to the previous cover predictions video, LA Knight also brought up the name of Dwayne Gill, who was better known as Gillberg, which was a parody of Goldberg in the WWE. While a lot of those mentions could just be throwaway comments to get a reaction, given the fact that they were allowed to name them, then there could be something to this, as having recorded content for 2K in the past, I know how strict the rules are regarding naming people that aren't associated with the game. So that's the latest roundup of teasers ahead of tomorrow's reveal, though it's likely that we could also see some additional teasers drop today, so if we do, depending on what they are, then I'll do my best to round those up before tomorrow's reveal. On that note though, stay tuned to the channel as I'll have full details on the reveal tomorrow, so until then, thank you so much for watching, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you tomorrow.